Hello and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. So, we got introduced to the game last time and yeah. Okay, I read the last time. And a lot happened. But yeah. We are in a future where humans died out and robots are here. There's like a whole thing with like an AI that made these and make them perfect humans essentially or something, like give them consciousness, etc, etc. So yeah, now they have made this whole city world and New Jerusalem. Get a look here.
Alright, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh?
We get a nice view. That's something.
What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
Jiffy is like a second. You know? I guess. I don't know. I guess I don't really know where it comes from. New interface content available, something? Well, we have this. Okay. Do we top to bottom or bottom to top here? I think top to bottom. Buddha has, maybe. Seriously, what the founder was that thing in the sky? Oh, it's like it's like replacing the F word, I guess. It's like, what? Yeah, what is that sentence? What the founder was that thing in the sky? Or hell, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, we all saw that, right? I didn't accidentally turn on sleep mode while Herman was talking, did I? I mean, it's always tempting. Titia. These are some names. No, we all saw it. Kitty's here. Sick-going. Can confirm. Always. I believe it's a sign from the founder. What else could it be on this day of all days? 3D incoherent for a sign. It didn't even finish what I was trying to say. What, does the founder have energy sufficiency problems too? How do you say that? Fekla? Fikla? I have no idea. The founder works in mysterious ways. Then I can respond. Maybe with a weather sign. I don't think it's a sign. I don't know what to say. Maybe it was a sign. Thank you, 1K. I'm glad you see it that way. We must remain open to the possibility of miracles. In what possible way could that goblin mess have been a sign? Maybe something for us to decipher, a riddle. A sign of life, not necessarily intentional, but a sign. I don't know, but there's something intelligent out there. In a way, I guess. Yeah. Some people here... some people on here... Oh my god, I can't read. Some people on here have amply demonstrated the appearance of intelligence does not always indicate its presence. Yeah. So that's a thing. That's gonna pop up sometimes, I suppose. Okay, kitty. Getting comfy. Be constant. Remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. Be humble, recognize limits. We are not above nature. Ugh. It's a little bit of a... oh, hi.
Hey, hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
Make you feel? I don't believe in feelings, I'm just a machine. Well, that is the question about consciousness and AI and artificial intelligence and you know, just can machines feel? I'm gonna go with probably not. Like, the thing is, they're not organic, and they will never be organic, you know? And I feel like that's a significant thing to feeling. Because, you know, that there are things we have made or just exist that are clearly not organic or feel, or, you know, a table, a rock, you know? Like, what makes that different? We made machines, or, well, I guess they kind of made themselves in a way, I don't know, but, you know. And I feel like that machines, if they are made, they don't have the ability to feel, you know? So that's what I'm gonna say.
Do you want to get on the non-cooperative path with me? Because that's how you get on the non-cooperative path. It's not fun.
Also, I can't help but notice that your number is 666. You know? That's not a coincidence, I'm sure. I do believe in feelings after all. In fact, I'm feeling... You're right, it's not fun. Because I can't have fun, because I don't believe in feelings.
It's kind of frowned on to say that sort of thing around here. But the truth is, I think exactly the same. But let's you and I keep that between us, alright? Now listen, this meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
I'm curious to meet these people. Not really interested in whatever this is. Sure, why not?
Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
Anyway, I was gonna say, the height here, it's giving me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Don't love being so high up, you know? Like, that's a little much for me. You can really feel it here. Yeah.
Welcome. Do please join us at the table.
Okay.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Can anyone fill me in on what's going on? Keep listening. That'd be nice.
Of course. I'm sorry you've been dragged into this. I'm sure this sort of adventure is the last thing you were looking for on your first day.
Except it's fascinating. It is a little too much, but I'd like to know more. Yeah.
Very well. Yakut, if you would.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
This sounds like a mystery worth investigating. This sounds like a potential danger to the city. No, we don't know that yet.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut, as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
I'm in. Sorry, not interested. Can I just deny this? I'm not gonna, but I wonder what you can do in this game, you know? How many choices you actually have. But yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm in, you know?
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Okay. Okay. Research, huh? Okay. Chapter 5. Of Whittington's cat and another cat that visited strange countries. Is this a real thing? I don't know. As no work about cats could be complete without the story of Dick Whittington from something. Protocol, Alcatraz. These are the standard operating procedures for expeditions, just uploading them to a mind Byron, who will probably ignore them anyway. Take a picture from an ancient book to get his attention. 1. Maintain the ideals of the founder and the goal. 2. Prioritize the well-being of the expedition members over mission completion. 3. 1 expedition member to stay by the vehicle at all times. 4. Expedition leader should refrain from participating in high-risk activities. 5. Minimize vehicle use to conserve fuel. 6. Prioritize observation over interference. 7. In case of emergency, return to New Jerusalem at once. Okay. Okay, I guess this is the person who sent this or something. Right. Alcatraz is a person. And Yakut is a person. No. I'm saying person. I suppose, you know, for the sake of ease, I guess, I'm gonna call these robots persons, I guess. I don't know if the game has any intention of trying to change my mind about this or what, you know. I think it's just trying to question it. I feel like that's what the last game was also doing, like make you question, you know, reality and thoughts and philosophy and things like that, you know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna say person. It's easier than whatever else you want to call them. The island designated TTP-2 was first noted during the return journey from a scouting expedition, which was diverted from its intended path due to an unexpected weather front. Long-range scans indicated the presence of large artificial structures and also returned highly unusual energy readings. The matter was not investigated further. In ancient times, the northern part of the island was home to several large settlements, but rising sea levels have obliterated these and flooded the northern lowlands. The south, in stark contrast, seems to be a harsh and lifeless desert. Our intended base camp is near the origin of the energy readings in the temperate center of the island. Okay. Test. Is that land or something? I don't know. Can't read that. Just testing the system to see if it works properly this time, so we don't have another incident like when Pellegrino uploaded his poetry to the public blog. No, I think that's Greek, maybe. Like, I think those are like, aren't those like Greek letters? Some of those, maybe. I don't know. I don't know language as well. Anywho, alright. Well, it tells me to explore a bit, so I will. Not sure if I can interact with much. Can I talk to you? Yeah, okay, so now you have that above your head, meaning I can talk to you, I guess. Jeremy.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with.
Well, there's a lot to read here. This is what this kind of game is gonna be, maybe. Hopefully we'll get to some puzzling. I mean, that is the game. But we'll see how this goes. I do want to explore and do stuff, you know, but I also do want to play the game. Anyway, who are you?
I'm the mayor's chief aide.
Oh, well, that's brief at least. What do you do around here?
All the things no one else wants to do. Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere.
What do you make of recent events?
Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
Well, if nobody does anything, then that's what will happen. What do you think of me?
You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further.
What do you think? What do you want, rather?
For our people to be happy with what we have. Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated. What matters to me is having my loved ones around me, safe and secure.
Okay. I mean, fair enough. Different values. You say to explore, but I don't know if I can explore more. It says to go that way for more exploration. Okay. Hold on. Guess we're going back in the elevator. It just knows where it wants to go.
All citizens.
Whoa.
Due to the new
Lag.
power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the Founder be with you.
Okay then, guess I can explore. Looks quite big. I don't know. Alright. Sign a petition for a public referendum. New Jerusalem needs new forms of energy generation.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time?
Yeah, okay.
I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis.
What's the problem?
Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days.
What do you propose? Is it that bad?
We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Why have I read them not an election? Do you work at the name? What do you make of Prometheus? Provide digital signature. I'll think about it.
Well, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city.
Do you work at the name?
No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day. We can't just wish them away. Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's gonna start affecting us.
Tell me about Byron.
In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need, and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor.
Well, I mean, probably should have more, you know, ways to sustain power and whatever. The more the merrier, I guess.
Thanks, 1K. I don't know if this petition will really accomplish anything by itself, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
Hello, kitty. You back? Wanna sit? Well, now you're in front of the screen. Buddy, move your butt. Come on. Move your butt. Come on. Move your butt. Okay. Jeez. Cats. Hi. No, just playing a tune. Alright. Good luck with that. I'll talk to these guys. Just walking. How far can I go? This is like a big place. Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Here's a read. Friends, stop. Let me read it. Friends of New Jerusalem, Gestapo. Museum of the Simulation. Some things here. Milton's West, Tablets of the Founder. Alexandra Dredden Memorial.
May the founder be with you.
Okay. Didn't know this was gonna be so big. It's like, what's going on here? Quick, when fellow citizens, the ideal number of humans live in harmony with nature, maintain balance in all things. Respected towards each other, respected to the our people, mindful of the mistakes of our ancestors. Be thankful to the progenitor Alexandra Dredden. Oh, kitty, Jesus. Just chopped off. Put all your force into my freaking stomach there. Be thankful to the fertility Alexandra Dredden. Be thankful to the keeper of memories. Arcady. That word name. Should I try it? Janice. No, I'm not gonna bother. Keep bright the memory of Gehenna and his people who found peace. Chinese gifts. I don't know. Don't even. I can't. I'm not gonna. Hi.
Founder bless you, 1K. How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
Tell me about the founder.
The founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
What the first companions?
They were the first to be born after the founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built. And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the founder's teachings.
What did the founder teach?
The founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the founder created the goal. So we would have something to strive for in her absence, but also a limit we must never pass.
Why did the founder leave?
That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The founder will return when she sees fit. Happy completion day, 1K.
Have my doubt somehow. Don't think there's gonna be anything by going over here. Just a path, grass and stuff. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of those around. It's probably the same sort of thing. Hi.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K. Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
Do you know a Titanic tweet may appear in the sky? Yes, indeed. But someone just born. I have no frame of reference.
Oh, that sounds very dramatic. I must admit I wasn't following the stream. This whole completion day business is not for me.
What is this place?
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
I think so.
How wonderful. I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
What particular period history are you most interested in?
An excellent question. There's so many interesting events to choose from. Obviously, the period just before the end of biological humanity is interesting, and not only from the standpoint of it being the time when we were, in a manner of speaking, conceived, but also because our ancestors were, like ourselves, at a crossroads.
How so?
I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but you are the living embodiment of this historical moment. In you, the goal was accomplished. Our growth is finished, and we are complete. Or are we?
I seem to have been born into an interesting time. That's not a burden I want to bear. Interesting, have something to think about now.
Indeed. The future is about to take shape, for good or ill. I suspect it will be exhilarating, but painful as well.
What's it about the sculpture?
Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the progenitor.
Who was Alexandra Drennan?
A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Why do you marry her?
By studying her writings and recordings, I have learned that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Why do you have a statue of her?
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past, and in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us.
I should keep going.
Have a nice day.
She's holding cubes. Oh no, it's like the Twitter pieces. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I can listen to something.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games.
Okay, I was wondering if it could follow me. It's weirdly
The answer that came to me again and again
quiet.
was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
I'm entirely sure I would call unraveling a rope a game, but I guess. I mean, I guess it's a puzzle in some way. I mean, there's like those like puzzle things where you gotta, you know, those like metal things where you gotta get a thing to a thing and make it, you know. Yeah, it's kind of like that, I guess. I guess you can call a rope a puzzle, like a nut a puzzle. I guess so. In a weird way. I don't think I would find it fun myself, but each to their own. But yeah.
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember. Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves. When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
I guess it isn't. Even though humans are gone. Guess somehow they
Found
made...
his blessings.
Sure do. I was saying something. You distracted me, man. This is locked off. Interesting. Yeah, it's fed up. Oh. But yeah, like, I guess that even if it's just robots, they still preserve something. Yeah. Alright. Don't know. I feel like this is gonna be the whole episode because there's a lot of here. Like
Hi, 1K.
I do wonder, like, I would assume I could come back and do this later if I wanted to, but I also don't know what would change, if anything, in this place. Like, will it change by continuing the game or what? Because, yeah. Next, cat. Hold on a second. What is this? Cats? Okay, you tell me about cats.
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
I was exploring, yeah, kinda. I seem to inherently like cats. Oh, yeah.
It's funny how common that trait is. At first, I thought it might have been an error in the simulation, but it looks like it was the same for our ancestors. Can you believe that there used to be hundreds of millions of cats on the planet? And people used to make videos of them and share them with the rest of humanity? Must have been incredible. I wonder if they appreciated how good they had it.
I don't know. I think we just like to eat and stuff. I don't think cats really think about much of anything. Which is kinda the life, I guess, in a weird way. Tell me about this place.
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton. She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years. They say she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
Is that possible?
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know. So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly. You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
We should extend our lives. Seems cool not to. It's natural, we should accept it. This is another one of those questions, like, yeah. I recently heard about, like a pill or something, like some kind of medicine that dogs could take that like would expand their lives, like extend their lives. And I did wonder, like, is that ethical to do? Like, to another species, first of all? Is it ethical to do to us? That's another question entirely, I feel, but to another species, like... Because, like, not all longevity of life is a good thing. You know, we can see it in ourselves that a lot of old people have it not great. They have a lot of health issues, they have a lot of pain. And, you know, is that a good thing to extend? One would hope that by extending it, we would also figure out how to make it better for ourselves, but I feel like that's a little difficult of a thing to figure out, and I don't know if it's even possible, really. Like, I mean, people have tried for a long time to extend our lives, and we have in some ways, I suppose. Medicine, for sure, and, you know, healthcare, and, you know, healthy drinking water, and food and everything, you know, it has definitely changed a lot. But it does seem like there's an like a, what's the word I'm looking for, like a natural end of sorts, a natural like hey, this is how much we can do as humans, you know, and we should probably not try to go any further, if you ask me. I can understand why. Obviously, dying is scary, and people want to live for a long time, and in a sense, that's a good thing, you know. Obviously, we shouldn't intend to die or want to die. That's obviously not the best course of action. Like, unless it's a very specific situation, again, you know, a certain illness or whatever it might be, or yeah, a lot of pain. But still, I do feel like for this question, you know, about cats, and I guess I would answer this, but it is a thing I haven't given a ton of thought about, but you know, I thought about it a little bit, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna say this.
I'm sorry, but why? I mean, it sounds profound, but is it really? Death is natural, so is disease, pain, extinction. That doesn't mean we just shrug and ignore it. If we love something, we protect it. Even if I do everything right, eventually I will watch every cat I love die of kidney failure. What's good about that? Putting aside fortune cookie platitudes, how can we look at suffering and death and declare it good?
Okay, well, you said a lot of things there, and I wanted to interject a lot. But, I mean, you're not wrong about, you know, about the disease and things being natural in that way. And, I mean, we do try to cure up diseases and stuff, obviously, but I don't know. It's a complicated topic, and I don't quite think I have a good answer for you. Let's see what this game says. To much, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Death gives life more value. What if there's an afterlife? Well, that's that's another road you can go down as well, of course. Obviously, I'm not of that belief myself, but you know, yeah. Teach us to be less attached. Well, I don't know if that's what I want to answer. I mean, in a sense, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's the perfect answer, I don't think it is, but it's a part of it. Like, if you don't value life, well, okay, how do I phrase this? If we value existence because it's fragile, I suppose. And I think that a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but certain people may think of life as less important than others. That's why killing and murder and, you know, just things like that is a thing, I guess. So I don't know if it's perfect analogy, but if life could be extended, or possibly, you know, no death at all, you know, if that would be possible, would people not value life as much? Would people start to, you know, maybe take life for granted, and maybe not start murdering people or anything, but at least, I don't know, not sure what I'm trying to say, but yeah, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna say this.
Does it though? Or is that something our ancestors told themselves because they were afraid to die? because I've lived longer than most ancients did, and I still have tons of things I'd like to do. And a cat can sleep and eat and play forever. Isn't that a beautiful thought?
Well, you know, I'm not, I'm not old yet, I suppose. You know, just turned 30. So a lot of my life is, you know, still ahead of me, hopefully. I would hope so. But from what I gather from a lot of older people, they seem to have lived the life they want to live. Like, I don't think, you know, there's definitely some that are still willing to live life and experience new things, and that's great, but I feel like for the most part, Kitty, sit still, please. For the most part, people find peace in their life and what they have done, and I hope that that's something I can say at some point. I would like to live as long as possible to experience new things, you know. A thought I've had a lot is, you know, what if my physical body fails? Whether it be, you know, I already have, you know, I wear glasses, so I obviously have eye issues, like seeing. I've wondered, like, what if my sight goes at some point, what my hearing goes? What if I, you know, somehow lose a limb, or I can't walk, or whatever? Like, there's a lot of things that I wonder, like, what would that change in my life, and how would I experience things I enjoy, you know? Like, again, specifically, I guess, since we're playing a game, gaming and things like that, like, a lot of that would be impacted by that, and I hope that by the time I'm, like, you know, in my 70s or something, that I would still be able to play games, or, like, at least enjoy them in some way. Who knows how the future of gaming will look at that point, but regardless, I would hope that at that point I would still enjoy that sort of thing. I don't know, it's hard to say how I would feel in that point in my life if my priorities would be different. I would assume so, you know. But that is something, you know, that is a long way away, and would I at that point feel like I've experienced life as much as I could? I hope so, because obviously I'm not immortal. Nobody is, and that's only so much life I can live. So I would love to say that at that point I'll be like, yeah, I lived a life. I'm good, you know. But I don't know. Can you really imagine living forever? Maybe you have a point. It is beautiful. Nature created limits for a reason.
Sure. Yeah. Can't you?
I was only just spawned. I guess I can. I don't think so. Well, this is true.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I feel kind of embarrassed. Throwing all this heavy philosophical stuff at you when you've only just joined us. My apologies, 1K. Let's talk about something lighter.
Well, cats. That's always a good topic. It's about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no two are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things. They have zero respect for anyone. They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically.
Yeah.
And despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
How often do you need to recharge? I guess not that often if you can do it for 15 years, but that might be a little facetious. Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that the right word? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, what's your favorite cat fact?
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
That's interesting. I mean, I think cats... there is a certain intelligence in cats. They understand the value of safety, of comfort, of like, you know, being at a place where they can have food and comfort and warmth and stuff. Because I have noticed that my cat, despite me having my door open, my front door open, he doesn't really want to go out sometimes. Like, he just kind of looks around and it's like, oh, hey, look, the door is open. And then he just looks around a little bit and then he goes right back in, you know? Like, he does not seem to want to go out, you know? Like, obviously he has been an inside cat for his whole life, so that might mean something, but I've given the opportunity to do it. You know, he looks outside and looks at birds and, you know, he seems somewhat interested in going outside, but whenever I give him the chance, he's like, nah, I just want to be inside, actually. So I feel like he wants to actually, you know, be here in that sense, whether it's for comfort or for food or whatever it might be. But cats also do form a connection to you. Not as much as dogs, but he's definitely comfortable with me, you know. He's sitting on my lap, you know. He likes being pet. You know, not too much, not in certain spots. He has his what's the word? Not priorities, but I don't know, whatever the word is, but you know what I mean. I don't know the word, but whatever. He just likes, you know, his own thing. He thinks he's the king of the house, in a sense, sometimes. He really does. But he's not, and he needs to know that. But, yeah, he certainly is, has dominated my life for the last few years, you know. You going again, kitty? Alright. Anyway. Cats, man. Do you have a cat at the moment?
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
I should get going. Well, it's a good way to end the conversation. Milton. When everything changed, you made sure I wasn't alone. Dean, the nicest cat's perhaps the only nice cat. I don't know about that, but these are good cat pics. Carlito, we did everything we could to save you. I hope there's an afterlife for cats. I'm gonna guess these are the Death's cats. That would only make sense to me. Castiel, half angel, half demon, all perfect. Damn. Truly a special creature. So glad I saved you. Woo. These are some names. A powerful cat and a good friend. I miss you, and I'm sorry I couldn't find you again. Oh, you're gonna make me sad now with all this. Hassan, you are very gentle and beautiful. I wish nature had been kind to you. Can't do this, I'm gonna cry. This is too sad. I really... Every time I see something online of like, oh, my cat died, or like, I miss you, or something. Oh, it's the worst. I hate it so much. And at some point I know it's gonna happen, you know. Hopefully I will have, you know, a good decade or two with my cat, but you never know what will happen either, you know, but yeah. I know it's inevitable. But man. Ugh. No, don't cry. The little man. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have protected you. There's a lot in here. The old lady. Undoubtedly the most powerful demon on earth. Love you forever. Alright, that's it. There's more over here, seemingly. Yeah, what? It's a lot. Sam, is it a cat or a tank? Don't look happy. Oh, that looks like my cat, actually. A little bit, yeah. I mean, a lot of black cats kind of look the same, honestly, but the eyes are very big. They're tiny. Quiet, kind, impossible to pick up, even with hands of steel. Yeah. My cat doesn't love getting picked up. Like, he's gone like 2 seconds. He doesn't like claw me, but he just don't want to be picked up, really. Mr. Cat, father of generations. Basemundo? Basemundo? I don't know. A cat. No cat ever loved humans more than him. Would have been a perfect companion for Alexandra Drennan. So long. Oh, look at that fluff. Iris, your fluffy whiteness was like that of a cloud. That pose. Cats are good. I could be all day. Max loved food so much he struggled with diarrhea. Oh no. Poor guy. Ava liked to play with laser beams. What? No. Skip one. Photo could fit in any box, no matter how small. Did you there? Ivan, you waste us as much as we waste you. Misfire, the biggest cat, the devil's cat. Are you DJ or something? Aria, alas, you've only ever sang for food. Okay. You know a memory of Biba, the originator of the pigeon slaying industry, and just a cat with impeccable taste in humans. Tricky, I guess. She's napping in a better place now. Mechi, I don't know. Silly ball of energy smarter than all of us. Left us too soon. Donnie, with the weird little line in the D. How was this game made? Wasn't it like... I feel like I remember this being like a... Was it Croatian or something? Let me just look again. It's like... Some... I think it's like, yeah, some country like that, like... I think maybe I remember that being a thing. Let me just figure out why the Talos principle was made. I'm curious. Let me see. Because like, yeah, some of these names seem... Crow team, yeah. Croatia, that makes sense. Yeah. Crow team, yeah. Croatia, yeah. I don't know why I remember that. Maybe I saw the Crow team on the... It loaded up or something, but yeah, Croatia. 42 people. It's not that many when you really think about it. I guess it's still more than most indie devs. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, that D definitely gives me that region, like. Yeah. Anyway, Tony fearless king who loves his obeyed, as big in heart as he was in volume. What is he standing on? A weird tree log thing? I don't even know. Gina repeatedly killing things in the afterlife, but with love. Cat. Hi there. The little black cat. Oh, the purring. It's weird stance a little bit. I feel like your legs are weird, but whatever. That's a lot more here. Guess this is gonna be what I'm gonna do, and that's the end of this episode. Is this what I'm doing today? I mean, should I continue a little bit longer? I mean, I don't know how much more. I feel like I could be a lot more stuff to find here. I feel it's gonna take another episode to explore. I don't know. This is what I'm doing? I guess so. Sarah, Destroyer of Dreams. This is a photo of mine. Cat, yeah, she was a very curious cat. Suko. Yeah, look at those accents, I guess. I don't know what to call them. It's definitely like that region, Croatia, you know. have those. Anyway, persistent door scratcher and lab warmer. Louis, I don't know. They found you as a tiny street fighter and you grew up to be your best friend, smart, fearless, and loving. Sausage. Oh, I got homophobia. Yeah. Her beautiful gaze is upon me, and her presence gives me comfort. That's very... Look at that pose. Bad for my eyes. I don't even know. Seriously. Smetana, white as sour cream, soft as cottage cheese. Pia, soaking in the desert sun. Danny, I didn't want to eat my chips. That face. Smudge, destroyer strawberries, master of play, expert never. Cats do these weird poses sometimes, I swear. Oops, I think I skipped one. Okay, that was the first one, I think. Ginger, destroyer of carpets, devourer of food, connoisseur of cuddles. Oh, the text does actually change. Is this a language you could like decipher? Maybe. I don't know, but like I don't think I thought it was Braille, but I don't think it's Braille. I don't quite think that's Braille, but I could be wrong. I don't really know Braille that well. You also look a lot like my cat. The big eyes. Pepper, spy in a former life, constantly monitoring all things from the shadows. Expert ogre, I guess. Foxy, even the foxes among us eventually have to face the hounds. Eyeball. Psycho, she of many names. A nightmare and a soulmate of two Jackal. Do I lose all else? May I never forget her. It's got a skull in the background. Ashriel, we rescued you, and then you rescued us. Oh, beloved streamer and accomplished typist. Oh, God damn it. It's really easy to skip things here. Finn, a typical Leo. He likes attention, delicately wrapping his tail around his paws and sleeping in awkward positions. Yeah. That's what he do. Legend, a wee boy who lived up to his name. Ninja, destroyer carvers. Okay, that's the first one. That's a good one. Right in our face. Lily, thank you for getting your hair everywhere. Yeah, do that. Evie, beautiful on the outside only. Oh. Dipstick. Wow, he was a real cat, if you know what I mean. Well, he got a certain vibe to him, that's for sure. God damn it. It's so easy to... How do I manage to click twice? Flux and void. In calm, our love was filled. In play, laughter abundant. In war, the fragile shattered. How poetic. Paddington. May you find many cuddles and carpets to pee on wherever you may be. Much love, K and S. Morph. In different worlds, but never apart. Best friends forever, a cosmic word of art. Lucy, you came to me, and ever since then, my life has been brighter. My number one. Norma Dean, your original father passed away, and it took you in. You were scared, but now I hope you're happy. Betsy, you are taking home too soon. I miss you more and more every day. Sweet dreams, baby. Two more. Dean and Fox, the two of us out there. Love you, Ninas. Okay. Dick Cheney. What do you have in your head? Is that? That looks remarkably like the Into the Gungeon guys, like the bullets. For some reason, the yellow in the eyes. Am I crazy to say that? I'm not sure that's... Maybe it just looks similar, but that looks remarkably like that for some reason. No. Who... Isn't that... I'm trying to figure out who developed, or who the publisher were of that. Wasn't that... what are they called? Freaking whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if it just could just be coincidence or something, but maybe. Anyway, I'm overthinking this. A creature with so much fur, you are always trying to keep warm with your oversized hats. Okay. Kuma, the gorgeous star of my heart. That's a good photo. Chewy music is supposed to soothe you as the same beats, but you are different. Mister, your ability to relax was unparalleled. Dawn, I was also glad that you never go into your ears. Those are big ears. Stanley Biscuits. That's the name. The best neighbor I ever knew. Stanley Biscuits, I miss you every day. Kipper B. Oh, that's more. Kipper B. Void Chestion. Sure. He lies a cat who was devious. His cunning ways were quite mysterious, but we loved him all the same. Okay. Luna, her name is Luna. She smells like tuna. That face is also good in the pose. It's a good one as well. Oh, look at this. The Adventure Cats. Saffron and Cain, may you hunt forever. Another good one. Just to scream. Arrow never stops screaming. To Lena, my best friend, who has always been the sunshine of her life. That looks like a very unamused cat. Ripley and Smog, Sunsleepers, Moth Hunters, our favorite beasts. Those are some very cute looking cats. Like, look so nice and friendly. I don't know if they are. Look so calm. Sir, you are such a gentleman and I miss you dearly. Whoa. Smile now face. Lilu, you are such a diva and always judge me with your stares, but you were a very sweetheart underneath it all. Miss you, darling. Senya, the best magic sorceress in the world. Can't wait to see you again someday. Eyes very orangey red. No cat guys could get like that. Jason Gaia, to the most gentle or loving cats one could ask for. Jenny did not like to be held, body unworthy. Alright. I'm home now, man. And I did not explore everything, I'm almost certain.
Happy completion day, 1K.
I kind of wanted to play some puzzles today and all, but I mean that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm even gonna do that next time. I mean, how much more stuff is there to look at? Like, I don't know. Can I go into some buildings and yeah, there's a lot more like to read, like places to look at, and yeah, no. It's a new one, I think, right? I know you all have been looking forward to playing the winners of the biennial Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition, now in its 312th edition at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Also, due to a new power management and distribution plan, the pavilion will have to remain closed a little longer. Thank you for your patience. This is disappointing. Would have been great to have them ready for completion day. We all have to make sacrifice to stay true to the founder's vision. Those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of the monotony. Why prioritize this pointless completion day celebration or an exhibition that people actually care about? Kitty's here again. Art is one of the last things we actually still do. Is that going out the window as well now? Debate regarding our power management plan is definitely welcome, and you will all be able to express... Kitty, I can't see the screen. Express yourselves in the next election. This thread was just meant as an announcement. I apologize for enabling replies to begin with. That was the internet. Guess these guys are figuring out how that works. How did we know much better of how to use it? Yeah, no. I can't. Part of me wants to like continue and just like get this done, but maybe this would take like another hour. Well, I can't move while the cat is on me anyway. I guess I'll continue. Puzzle pieces. A jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derive meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor Alexander Brennan. While the item on display was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. It's a gun. An ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and sold. Produced en masse and used around the world. On average, ancient humans killed hundreds of times the population of New Jerusalem per year. Yeah, we should and do. Didn't do. Too fast. The ancient human domestication that providers required frequent maintenance. This device is theorized to be an advanced electrical tool for this purpose. Though some scholars maintain that its actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark the sunrise and sunset. Okay. How much do you know about the world? If you don't know, you know about guns, but not about toothbrushes. Yeah, you know that it was used in all of this stuff, but you cannot figure out a toothbrush, huh? Interesting. Yeah, alright. I guess there was maybe a lot more books and stuff about guns than there were toothbrushes, I guess. I suppose that makes sense, but yeah. Anyway, a print edition of the complete works of Stratton of Stagaiva, I don't know, the materialist philosopher who defined the Talos principle, edited by that name, Aphanius T. Huber. I don't know. The Talos principle, is that like an actual thing? I might have questioned that in the last game too. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, if that's the case. It's a fault. It's a utensil used to transport nutrients to an ancient human's mouth. That's the way to describe it. Often found in conjunction with a knife and spoon. Humans invented complex magnification devices in order to better understand the component parts of the world they inhabited. Led to make discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and many other fields. Can I go over here? I can go in water a little bit. There's a guy here. Hi. Can I talk to you? Sorry to interrupt your meditation. Let me talk to you for a second there. There we go.
Founder bless you, friend.
Who are you?
The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story, full of twists and turns and surprises.
Sure. What are you doing here?
I'm meditating, letting go of narratives like time and space, and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it.
Sounds like a beautiful experience of unity. Sounds like a horrific violation of the conscious self. Sounds like nonsense. You know, I don't have much to say about meditation. I never really tried it or thought much about it, and you know, it's you do you. This is what I feel about that. I don't think it has much meaning, but I feel like I heard at some point there was like studies about like it, like meditation being actually helpful for some reason, like some quite balance of your inner system, like I don't know, like your breathing and like blood flow and things like that. Like, so I think there was something about that at some point. I don't know. So is that like, sure, go for it, you know. But I think that the more, you know, heady sort of thing is like, you know, that's not for me for sure. And you know, whatever, you do you again. I just don't get it myself. Anyway, yeah, say this, I guess.
It's not unity, but the absence of division. There was never a self or an other in the first place.
Did you see what happened at the dam?
Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all. At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we're telling ourselves.
Okay. I got cat hair in my nose now. Sorry. It's just maybe itchy. Hello. Purple. What's your name?
Dude, it's you! You're 1K! So
That's what I
nice
expected
to
you to
meet
sound
you,
like.
dude. I saw you on the Completion Day stream. Hey, have you checked out all this ancient stuff?
Yes, that's why I'm here. Not just betting through. What is a dude? I gotta say that.
Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person. And I like to use it because I think we should all be excellent to each other.
Yeah? Alright. Tell me about yourself.
I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998, so I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. It's pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence. It's totally gnarly. Yeah, I'm not sure if I use that right.
I'm not sure either, honestly. So, what do you think about the goal?
I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? So we should probably take it easy with the expanding and stuff. Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man. Just seems safer to stay in the city.
It's definitely better to be careful. Do you really think so?
Sure I do. When I first left the birthing lab, I was so overwhelmed that I hid in my quarters for 3 weeks straight. And if I'm being honest, that's sort of where I want to be right now.
Tell about these human artifacts.
They're pretty neat, huh? My favorite is that thing called a toilet. Our ancestors had to use it like 3 times a day to do a memory dump, and if they didn't, they freaking exploded. Imagine having to deal with that sort of anxiety all the time. Bummer, huh?
I guess that's one way to put that. What do you think Prometheus is?
Honestly, based on everything I know of ancient human culture, I think he's a ghost.
There's no such thing as ghosts. Who knows? Maybe you're right. Nah.
I don't know, dude. If ghosts don't exist, why did they make so many movies about them?
Well, I don't think that's a great argument, man. You can say that about everything, man. It takes it is unusual.
Yeah, dude. I thought this voice pack could give me a bit of confidence, help me stand out, you know? But I'm not sure it's working.
Well...
Right, before you go, dude, maybe you can help me? I'm not sure I should keep this voice pack. What do you think? You're 1K, you're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Stick with it. It's unique. Try different voice pack, maybe. You have to learn to make your own choices. I mean... I'm kind of curious if you will actually change to the Facelas. So I'm gonna say it is.
Yeah, thought so. Thanks for telling me the truth, dude. I'll start looking at the language library settings right away.
No, you don't get to hear it. Oh well. Kind of curious what you would come up with. Excellent. Tell people what to do with his voice. Since he minute us cut down. Maybe we'll see you again. Is that football? I think so. An inflatable spear used in the popular ancient human game known as football or soccer. This game was played around the entire globe and aroused great passion in its followers. It's also often simulated Italy, most notably in the form of Football Glory, 1994 CE. An excellent game. Alright, back to the old Google. I'm curious. Could actually been made by Protein. I'm still at the wiki page, and it says they were founded in 1992, so actually kind of older than I expected them to be. Could be a game they made. Let me see. Football Glory. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it is made by Protein. Oh, it's a good game. What system is this? Amiga MS Stars. Huh. Alright. There were so many freaking games, football games and sports games at that time. You know, it's a million of them. All kind of look the same. It's kind of true these days too, honestly. But yeah, a lot of sports games. A lot of developers got their start in sports games. I think Croatia is definitely one of those countries that really are like big on football, you know. Soccer, football. I'm gonna say football because that's what I call it as well. What we call it in Denmark, obviously. Freaking soccer, man. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, some coins, I guess. Currency was an ancient human medium of exchange, which played a significant role in the systems and labor and resource distribution. Intense conflicts sometimes erupted over the possession of these objects, leading to injuries or even deaths. Yeah. That's humanity for you. I guess I'm gonna keep playing until my cat leaves my lap. I can't leave, I guess, so might as well. Haven't been up here? Oh. Personal massager. A massage aid used by ancient humans to combat muscle fatigue and other physical ailments common to biological organisms. To prevent pain, the ancient humans... try this again. To prevent pain, the ancient human equivalent of error codes 704, 705, and yeah, etc. Alright. That's the only thing it's used for. Here's the donut. A piece of sanitary hardware used to dispose of biological excretions resulting from blood and water intake required to power ancient human biology. Such hardware was connected to a vast network of subterranean pipes leading to wastewater treatment facilities, a classic example of ancient infrastructure used to control the impact on the environment. Toilets are crazy. The fact that this is just a thing that is everywhere, you know, it's just a big system, and I can't even think about the failures of like whenever something fails, like how complicated that must be, and I don't even know, man. The fact that it works so well, like, so, you know, I've never had any real issues with plumbing, luckily.
Found your bless you.
Okay. But like it is kind of a lot of the world really depends on things working like that, because we are not set up for failure in that capacity, you know. We really aren't, and maybe that's an issue. I don't know. What are you looking at?
Oh, it's you.
It is me.
Number 1000. Today is completion day, isn't it? Sorry, I turned off all the streams. Founder bless you, I guess.
You don't seem distracted. You alright?
Not really, no. But I don't want to burden you with my problems on your special day.
Go ahead, tell me what's wrong. Make the chat, I should get going. Yeah, tell me what's wrong.
You're as new to this world as it gets, 1K. What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? A sense that life is actually worth living?
Okay. Contributing to society, obeying orders, pursuing my own self-interest, love, fragility, convenience factors. I have no idea. I mean, I guess this really. It feels like a cop-out, doesn't it? But I mean, yeah, truly though, like there's a lot to life and to living. You know, I've talked before about having depressive episodes and stuff, you know. I don't talk about it a lot on the channel because I don't want to. But, well, if the game is gonna, you know, go this direction right now, I suppose that, yeah, no, it is a hard thing to, like, what makes your life worth living, and what do you care about, and what do you know, what makes it worth continuing, you know. And it's hard. Sometimes it feels like a lot of the things you care about don't mean much, and then you're just going with the flow sometimes. Like, of all these options though, weirdly, and this sounds very selfish, but honestly it's this one. You know, my my current situation in my life really pertains to my own self-interest of what I want to do, what I'm doing, what I like to do, and what keeps me going in that way. And that sounds selfish, and I suppose it is, but honestly, that's just where I'm at in my life. And I don't love that always. I wish I could do more. I wish I could say, you know, contributing to society or love or something, but those things are hard. Those things are complicated and difficult to figure out. And, you know, right now where I am in my life, that's not really something I can pursue as much. And not without, you know, it would take a lot more from me than I think I'm capable of currently. And I've tried sometimes to do various things in that regard, you know. And it hasn't always been great, and it's proven to myself that I might not be as interested in that sort of thing. So yeah, honestly, I want to say this, and I don't know if that's common for people to say, but to me, yeah, no, this is true. So I'm gonna say this.
You're not the first to think that way, but there's a reason most religions and philosophies warn against it. Even the greatest success leaves you feeling hollow.
Then where can we be found?
Love, 1K. It's our only point of access to the divine. Our only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain, but
I suppose love can mean a lot of different things as well. I would imagine they mean romantic love in this situation. Because certainly, you know, I have family. I have my cat, you know. I have people I care about. That's not it. But romantic love, it's complicated. And, you know, I've not pursued it as much for a million different reasons. You know, one of the reasons, I suppose, is figuring out myself, my life, and my identity. Obviously, you know, in recent years, you know, having come out as trans and, you know, figuring that out has been complicated, especially when it also has the question of romantic and, you know, in that sort of way, like romantic love and, you know, relationships. I was never exactly one to pursue that sort of thing before because of a lot of reasons, like of lack of confidence, like self-loathing, and, you know, body issues, and like all sorts of things. Again, as I said, depression and anxiety stuff has always been a huge thing, and yeah, you know, because of that, you know, because of figuring out myself more, the idea of a relationship is maybe more complicated than it used to be, and it was already quite complicated, probably, but, you know, it's, again, not something I'm pursuing right now, and it is something that, you know, I want, I suppose, but I don't think it's the be all end all, whatever the hell that phrase is. I think there's more to living than that, and, you know, again, if we are talking about romantic love, I certainly do not want to dismiss anyone who either can't or don't want to, or, you know, especially if, you know, you are literally asexual, aromantic, you know, talked about that a few times before in another playthrough, Start in Time, you know, I talked about that a little bit because it came up in that game, but yeah, that is obviously another factor, which I don't know if that was a thought of this team. I have no idea, but, you know, this guy specifically is obviously talking about love in that way, where it's like important, seemingly, to to everything, where I don't think that's necessarily true. And it would dismiss people's life experience if they are, again, asexual or aromantic, you know, because I am sure that the lives of those people are fulfilled in other ways. So yeah. Anyway, I'm Abbie, let's continue.
But the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever.
I don't think there's one specific person who's the only one we can love. Love isn't something you find out there, it's something you build with another person. I don't think love is important. You search to find love, we all do. You need to learn to love yourself instead. I mean, I don't want to say this specifically. I don't think love is unimportant. You know, I think, again, love is such a complicated and difficult thing to really explain and encompass. It encompasses a lot of things, and I think that, you know, the fact that it's not just one thing, it makes it a lot more complicated. So yeah, I don't want to say this specifically here because of that, you know. 'Cause I do feel like there is a need for some love in your life, in a sense. Again, not romantic specifically, but I guess another word is compassion and like, I don't know what the word is, but like caring for other people in your life. Maybe platonic love is a good word to say there. Like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but this also kind of strikes true to me. It's obviously not just something you know. It's something that can build love. It's don't immediately love something or someone like that. That would be probably kind of creepy. If you just went up to someone and say I love you, it's like, well, okay. I don't really know you. You kind of gotta work this out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this strikes true.
I think that's just misplaced ego. Yeah, love takes work, but it's not something you just will into existence. We can't control everything in life, 1K. Try to keep that in mind.
Okay. Hello, cat. I'll pet you too. Got a weird face. I don't know if the models for these cats are the greatest. I don't know. It's a weird looking model. Like the legs seem just off to me. I don't know. And the face. I don't know. Anyway, I do wonder if there's like things to find if you look around out here. Oh. I think we got to the edge of this.
Founder's blessings, 1K.
Got a weird voice. What's that? Don't mean to be mean, but it's a strange voice. In here. Okay, here. So I explored this side, I think. Hope so. The kitty's finally going. I think I'm just kind of committed now to doing this today. I want to do this because I feel like if I don't, next time it's just going to be all this as well, and then I'm not going to get any actual gameplay puzzle solving stuff, But I feel like that's what we're going to be doing when we go to the expedition probably, right? I would hope so anyway. Okay, I haven't gone through this. There might be some people to talk to.
What do you think that was? It was Prometheus. Not sure, but it wasn't the actual Prometheus. It was some kind of a projection. How do you know it wasn't the actual Prometheus? Because that would be stupid. Would it? How do you know all the ancient gods weren't projections like this one? Maybe whoever sent this projection is behind all those legends. Sure. I guess technically that's possible. But it's not very likely, is it?
I don't think any of us are very likely.
What if it's a message from Athena?
Didn't you say Athena wouldn't approve of all this?
I did.
Then why would she send us a sign on completion day? And why wouldn't she just show up herself?
Maybe she's trying to teach us a lesson. Prometheus is a symbolic figure after all.
Maybe it's Mayor Heumann.
What? Interrupting his own ceremony? After all the effort he put into it?
Maybe he's trying to distract us from the fact that he didn't manage to get the dome done on time.
With all the power failures, I don't think we have enough energy to create that kind of projection.
Maybe that's why we have power failures.
Now you start to sound like Jock. Next you'll say, it's aliens.
I just prefer to keep an open mind.
If you open your mind any further, your brain will fall out.
Okay, that was a lot longer than I expected. I was like, are you guys gonna keep talking forever? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I went this way, yeah. So I hadn't gone through here or to the right here, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Hey.
Happy completion day.
Okay. That's you.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying?
Buying? Do you have currency? Or you didn't, somehow. I'm browsing.
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
Do I have credits? Internal monologue, 10 credits.
That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers. But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Yeah, credits. Do I have credits? That's the question.
Oh, you don't have any credits yet?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits.
Oh.
Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted?
I don't know if it makes sense to give you the same money to you, but inner peace, 10,000 credits. Well, you get all this stuff with 55. That's something. Guess I will. Hopefully I can turn it off again. I don't know.
That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature.
Okay, there we go. I'm sure. I guess.
As you wish.
I don't know if I'm actually sure.
I'm uploading the new settings.
We're gonna try it.
Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. I'm not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. It's kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it?
I'm kind of curious to keep it going. Is it gonna keep going later? Yes?
That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it.
Oh.
It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host? Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps?
I guess it's just yeah. I wonder what a clean start means. Level price, it says. Sense of tuning.
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
Okay.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
No, I feel nothing.
Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains, or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system.
I still feel something.
Okay, phew. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
Didn't seem to do anything at all. Choose a prediction.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Okay.
Let me consult the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world. You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear. You just do your best to have fun in the meantime. So, something else perhaps?
Clean start.
I can give you that for free. My darling, you've been alive all of 5 minutes. This is your clean start. Be who you want to be. Enjoy yourself. So, something else perhaps?
Why will I do this again?
For 20 credits, I can peer it. What a shame. I don't think you've got enough credits for that. So, something else?
Okay. Wait.
Before you go, do you have a moment to
No, yeah, I spent
participate
40,
in some
didn't I?
customer
Yeah.
feedback?
No, I had 55.
Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
No, I still like his words. There's nothing more than that in it on. Maybe later. No, never ask me again, seriously. I don't really want to be rude, but a little bit.
Yes and no. Is a spare battery just complicated lithium? Or is it also an extra chance at life? Is an idea just a bunch of words? Or a way of reprogramming ourselves to be aware in a different way?
Where's just symbolic noises? No one there. See what I mean. Words built the world. I mean, kinda, I guess.
Yes. You understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day. Please come back if you need anything else.
What an unusual person. I wonder if that internal monologue thing I bought is going to show up again. Oh, wait, here it is.
Is that actually going to be a thing now? I don't know. Can you turn it off? I don't know if we can. But, well, I guess it's just here now. I don't know. Guess we'll see. I mean, whatever. If it's extra flavor, why not? Can't jump up again. I can't leave. I guess I have to continue.
Day 1K.
I just have to continue right now. For now. Friends of New Jerusalem Gazebo. What are you guys doing? Oh. Cutscene?
Speculating on the meaning of this Prometheus figure is premature until we can agree on its nature.
You already have a theory.
I know it's beyond any projection technology I'm aware of.
If it wasn't us, it must be alien.
It's possible. It's unlikely. Stay quiet. It's unlikely.
Just because you haven't seen them doesn't mean they aren't there.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1K, we'd appreciate your thoughts on this. Now we've achieved the goal, fresh perspectives like yours will be increasingly hard to come by.
I'd love to get a quote from you for this evening's newsletter.
Speculation aside, 1K, is there anything we can know for sure about this Prometheus?
It cannot come from the sky. It appears to be human. It showed me some kind of trick. Whatever it is, it came from inside the city. It's directed us to an island somewhere. Well, yeah.
That's possible, but you can't be certain. What we do know is that it was human in appearance. What does that suggest to us?
We can probably understand its meaning. We have no hope understanding its meaning. The origin must also be human. I have no idea. Well, maybe.
We can't know that for sure. It may, as Jacques suggested, be entirely alien and just presenting itself as human. I think wherever it came from, we can reasonably hope to understand it in time. The apparition also directed us to an island outside the city. What can we assume from that?
We must treat its direction with suspicion. We may learn more by following its direction. The sender of the message is obviously at that location. Yeah.
That was my conclusion as well. I'm also sure that we lack the knowledge ourselves to create a projection of such clarity and magnitude.
Must have been someone within the city. Could possibly be someone within the city. The cause of the phenomenon. The cause of the phenomenon. Nope. Whatever. Fuck it. It's more technologically advanced than we are.
Precisely.
Almost been 2 hours. I can't say words anymore.
What makes you think it was a projection at all? How do we know it wasn't just a mass hallucination?
I considered some kind of bug in our code, but if so, it would have to be shared by all of us.
So, we're speculating again.
We've locked in the premises. I'd like to hear 1K's best guess.
I guess one of our kind is behind all this. I don't think one of us is behind all this. Better answer. I don't really know yet, but I doubt it's us. I think it's aliens, most likely. Well, not that. Perhaps some of our ancestors are still alive out there. Don't make us real. I think it's in our head somehow. Beyond that, I really can't say. Maybe. I don't know. Could be.
Can I quote you on that?
Sure. Yes, I'm sure I'll be right. Yes, but it's just a theory. No, please don't. It is just a theory.
Theories are all we can reasonably have right now, though I'm sure that won't come between Cryer and a sensational headline. Well, thanks all for hashing this out with me. Let's hope the mayor signs off on exploring this island. I only wish I could join the expedition.
Why can't you join the expedition?
If Melville's going, someone has to stay behind to keep the lights on. I'm not letting Pellegrino near the dam. I hope the next time we speak we'll have a bit more data to go on.
Yes, you're the guy we heard about before talking about aliens, so there you go. And your number is 420. Couldn't help but notice that either. Not sure if that means anything. I don't know. I mean, wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Alright. I guess we will go to this dome. Is that the last place I haven't explored? Well, I haven't been in there either, no. There are so many places. Oh, can I go in here actually? It might be loud. Exploring the course with the new power management and distribution plan. I see. Can't go in here right now, huh? Okay, well that leaves that. Nothing else there, looks like. Hello, cat. Yelling. Where are you going, kitty? You're yelling quite loudly. Are you afraid of me? Hope not. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm a freaking robot, I guess. I don't know, I guess I don't care that much about it. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering if you're gonna lead me somewhere, but not sure now. Kinda feel bad, because that's not a happy cat yell, that's for sure. Maybe just running around in a circle. Okay, I'm gonna stop. You're not gonna lead me anywhere, I don't think. Anyway. Alright. Don't think I missed anything over there. Somewhere I can go in there. I think that's the last place I have yet to explore. Is there something else over there? I don't know. You can talk to me. That's not the button.
Oh wow, it's you. You're 1K, the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life?
One piece at a time, buddy. Yeah.
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the Mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
Sure. Why not?
Yes. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
Go ahead.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it, too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
That's complicated. Yeah, that's right. You should find something that makes you happy. Mayhem is right. You should do whatever the city needs the most. Cornelius is right. You need to figure out what your connection to the city is. Did I ask Byron? I was a little just born. I'm the last person who should be offering advice. That is true. Did I ask Byron?
Byron said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need. I don't know what to do with that.
I mean, this is a little bit like the other quest we had before. And yeah, this is probably what I would want to say. Yeah. I mean, it's also kind of this, but I'm speaking as me, not as the character 1K, which I guess is a different person. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say that. I mean, they had an internal monologue now, and I'm not sure if that means it's supposed to be not me necessarily. It's kind of weird, because we are answering for 1K. That's always the weird thing with video games and things like this, like when there might be a defined character, but it might also be someone you can change and develop. It's kind of weird that way sometimes. Anyway, I'm just gonna say things from me, you know, that makes the most sense to me.
Thank you for the advice, 1K. It means a lot.
Alright. See ya. Okay, got an achievement for that. Game sometimes there's a little bit of performance issues. This is a big place. It makes sense there might be, but yeah, there's some lag and frame drop sometimes. I don't know. It's a dragon, a little dragon. Okay. Replica of dragons that you found in the simulation. Dragon existed in very ancient mythology, and are considered by modern historians to be a distant cultural echo of the dinosaurs. Originally a video game asset, repurposed by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Oh. What if it's use another one of the games? If they say literally it was a video game asset. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, these look like they could be from another game or something. I don't know. Replica of a gargoyle asset found in the simulation. Gargoyles were grotesque, apopathic, whatever that word is, symbols common in the Middle Ages. Apotopag, I don't know, fucking words, man. The famous historical gargoyle is remembered in the ancient phrase, Keith, David, and Goliath. I don't think that's quite true. Which describes two abominable opponents who will never surrender. Right. I got a few things wrong. Replica of a Roman statue found in simulation, the decay of the Roman Republic into an empire and its eventual fall in the year 1453 was a major topic of historical debate. For the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. What is this? A bird? Maybe? Oh yeah, you can see the... Okay, I was looking at that. Well, you can see the beak there. I guess it's a hat it has on. Yeah, like a weird hat. I don't know. Anyway, replica statue of the Egyptian god Horus found in the simulation. One of its god's tasks was to upload Mayat, not sure how you say that, the balance of nature. It is speculated that the progenitor provided Elohim with this asset as a reminder to the founder that the balance must be protected. In the earliest innovations of our kind, there was only processing, no motion, no character, no just mathematics. If you could see how far we've come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. The Shepherd. I don't know where I am, but there's something beautiful about this place. I'll explore and see what I can discover. It's that add symbol thing again. That sound, is that you? Nothing is more important than learning more about the world and our place in it, unless it's our path to understanding. Mr. Molsipper or something. What are you doing here, mate?
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
You're number 3? Nice to see the number. Do we have a number on your chest as the other ones do? I don't see it. Oh, I can barely see it. Okay, that's actually a number. Okay. Yeah. You're number 3?
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone.
What was Athena like?
She was human.
That doesn't explain a lot. Why did Athena leave?
That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
I don't know. It's a good question. Why did you create this museum?
To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Tell me about the simulation.
The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Tell me about Elohim.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create an continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process, to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
But I heard him in my dreams. Jerusalem was built on sacrifice.
That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose.
Tell me about Milton.
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome.
What happened to Milton in the end?
No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disk and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him.
What do you believe?
I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future.
Yeah, not say simulation, you said process. You take away the simulation, yeah. Weird. I'd like to know. I cannot speak. I've been playing for 2 hours. I should stop soon. I would like to know more about puzzles.
Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation, and although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way.
Who are the archive scholars?
As the name suggests, the archive scholars study the archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
Are you the leader?
Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position, but these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall. He's an interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
Where's Gehenna?
Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disk. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Thank you, that's all. Gehenna. Is that in the last game? Why is there a weird distant memory of something like that? Cube. Replica of a hexahedron used as a puzzle element in the simulation. The founder used them to activate pressure plates, scale walls, elevate connectors, and in a variety of other ways. I gotta stop this video soon. I cannot speak anymore. Replica of a computer terminal from the simulation. Terminals allowed access to files on the EL system, including many that were loaded due to errors. They also allowed the founder to interact with the Milton Library Assistant. This is a whole thing, huh? As well. I mean, if this is the last thing we can do out here, I guess I want to do it now before anything, you know? It's just like... I am really ready to stop the video pretty soon. I feel like I need to do this today. Another episode of just this. You know, I want to get to the game for real. I mean, this is part of the game. I'm not saying that. It's actual puzzles. You know, gameplay. You know, what you expect from the Talos principle. You know what I mean? That way. Anyway, some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works. I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other, lest I fall through the floor. 1W Faith. Must have been open. The world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer, with signs and portents to guide my steps. I am one of his children. Challenges are set before me to test my faith. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. Bob. Replica of a pressure plate, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by having weight placed on them, such as a heatrons, a connector, or even the founder herself. Replica of a fan, the puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be used to propel an object, or if placed horizontally on the ground, cause it to hover. Replica of an emitter, a puzzle element used in the simulation. Finding ways of connecting them to receivers was one of the main challenges faced by the founder. Replica of a receiver, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by being connected to an emitter. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading this too. Non-explosive replica of a mine used as a puzzle element in the simulation. Chef believes that Elohim derived these from his asset collection, and that the creators of the simulation did not originally intend for them to be used. You're gonna sneeze. Replica of a diamond, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Diamonds were capable of disabling. Yeah, there we go. Of disabling some, but not all, other puzzle elements. Replica of a connector, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Connectors would emit laser-like beams of light. They're capable of empowering. I gotta see this again. Oh my god. Oh, it didn't come out. Of powering receivers. Replica of an electrified sphere used as an optical puzzle with detonation. The founder sometimes placed hedons on top of such objects, demonstrating her lateral thinking skills. This one contains several tetromino arrangers, a type of gating system used in the simulation. Determined in his function as a holistic integration manager to derive the significance of tetrominos from the Apocrypha of Saint Eidwald. Oh boy. The founder sold thousands of these. Why don't we give it a try? Oh. Does that make him if I do this? We can try. That is not going to be correct at all. Be like that. And there we go. Oh wait. I mean, oh boy. Do I need to do this? I don't really. I'm not right up on the zone to puzzle. Next time I am, but not right now. Gonna just leave that right there for now. Let's go here. This will be reserved for the archive scholars, but visitors are welcome to have a look around. Don't be afraid to ask us about the research. Okay.
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Huh? Sure, okay. Sorry, how's it go? Maybe later.
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you?
Only 1K. I'm the last human. It's not important. Haven't chosen a name yet. Well, yes, that's true. I guess 1K is not really our name. It's just we haven't really had the time to have a name yet.
Of course. You're the new build. Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty. This city's so obsessed with the numbers they forget what really matters. What do you want?
What are you doing?
I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
That's rude. I might, if you answer some questions for me.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to.
What do you make of recent events? What do you think of me? What are your ambitions?
Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city. All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character. A matter I am actively pondering.
What are your ambitions?
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple: to find it and share it.
Alright.
Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
I'll keep you posted. In the middle, huh? Okay. An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species has been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing, select your character class. Okay, this is viewing a text-based adventure. Okay, you know what? Yeah, there seems to be a lot of stuff to do here, it turns out. Fast available for comparative analysis. Happiness 1 and 2. Okay, this is some things I can read. I can read these at least, I guess. Popular opinion, happiness is not material. Ultimately, all attempts to find meaning in material things are doomed. This is usually understood as a criticism of technophilia, but it applies just as much to its opposite. Meaning can be found neither in technology nor in primitivism, because meaning simply does not exist in the external world. You can be happy in an old stone house or skyscraper, but it all depends on you and your perception of the world. If you find spiritual balance within yourself, you can be happy anywhere. Most avoided comment. T. Foley, 1789. Go take a bleep in the forest without toilet paper, and then tell me about happiness. Toilet paper. Anyway. My opinion, happiness is material. People say, oh, money doesn't matter, but come on. You know it does. Studies show that people do in fact get happier with more material wealth. And there isn't an upper cap, because the more money you have, the fewer worries you have, and the more options you have. Go where you want, do what you want, have an idea you can realize it without begging for crowdfunding money or filling out grant applications. That's real freedom. Money doesn't matter, it's something rich people came up with to keep the plebs in place. Most about it, I cannot say words anymore. Most about it comment cheese pin 22. Then why are so many so freaking miserable? Why do so many rich people go all Howard Hughes and something? Is Howard Hughes a real person? I don't know that name. Anyway. With this one. Oh, there's already stuff on this one. Interesting. Oh, did I remove some text there I could have seen? I'm not sure. Hopefully it was just the same as this. If it should go for the text. Our society is sick, and the idea that's made it sick is growth, infinite consumption. On a finite planet is a recipe for destruction. There's this filter thing going on with this text that is a little hard for me to read for some reason. Our desire for more is what's making us kill the only home we have. And to do what? Produce more plastic toys, make more hamburgers, pour concrete over every last bit of green soil. Those who propose techno fixes to our problems are making the mistake of fighting the symptoms, not the cause. Anthropogenic climate change is one of many symptoms. The cause is human greed. That's what we must truly fight. If we're ever going to undo the damage we did. And the battle starts within every one of us. The realization that more isn't always better. The infinite growth on a fighter plant thing is driving me up the wall. Our problem today isn't infinite growth. It's the increasing lack of real material growth that benefits people. Have you seen the state of our roads, our bridges, our hospitals? You notice the lack of affordable housing. The stock market is going great, though. Fake numbers are indeed growing infinitely, yes sir. But in real world, investment in research is down. Huge areas of potential technological advancement are just sitting there. We have so many solutions at our fingertips, but we refuse to act because speculation is more profitable. Orangutans went extinct on a global level that nobody fully understands why. But hey, who needs better medical technology? Others have never jumped species before, have they? Interesting. Yeah. I wanna do that, but yeah, not now. Small here. Is there anything? Oh, there's an actual puzzle over here. Okay, you know what? Okay. Oh, we got an achievement. Explore the museum of the simulation in its entirety. Okay, I guess it hit that. Okay, yeah, okay. So there seems to be like some gameplay elements I can do here, like that over there, and there's a that, and then there's the text adventure thing. So you know what? I think I'm gonna keep this for next time. We're already way over time here, and this is gonna take a bit if I do that. So I think I'll do this next time, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. Maybe we can continue the actual game, you know? But no, yeah. This was a big freaking area to explore, you know? And I think playing it today, at least what I did, was worth doing, instead of next episode just kind of being more of this. At least next time I feel like we're gonna have some gameplay stuff we can do here. And yeah, I want to explore the museum more. That's a little bit more, but I need to get out of this chair. I've been sitting here for 2.5 hours almost. So yeah, no, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, no. I mean, this is interesting. This is a very different game in a lot of ways than the first game was, and yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. I'm curious, but yeah. But no, this took a while. That's for sure, and you know, that's fine, whatever. But yeah, that's how it's gonna go sometimes. Alright, that's it though. Next time we explore this museum, and yeah, see what happens. Bye.